this small. Like this small.
Oh my gosh, they did see that. Choke me. How do I make it small like that?
Yeah. And then make that one big.
Oh, goodness gracious. Y'all, I was going down it real quick and not a good idea. Ooh, child. I think I got it in my nose. All over the place. Oh, she was doing too much, trying to be cute and stuff. Hey, look, I look like this week. Remember that baby doll we used to play with y'all? And we could, let me not pull it too hard. And we could like, you know, pull the different colors of the hair. Tiffany Taylor, I think her name was. What is it?
I got it.
Tiffany Taylor. You could pull her hair and could get a little blonde, a little red. Do y'all remember Milton? Nobody remembers Milton but me. Milton was the original Simon. Milton Brothers. Yes, and he'd be like, he was the black one. They started with the black one. Do you mind? Really?
They can't see that.
I can see it. I'm not thinking about what they can see. They ain't even really in my circumference. It's just me. Y'all thought one thing and it was another. What? My girlfriend. My pretend girlfriend is here with us. Y'all just don't know how much I love you. Girl, you brought gifts. You make me feel like a real podcast.
Oh.
You brought me clips and stuff. And I feel like, and you came and you look beautiful and your background. Girl, it took me a long time trying to get this together for you. I was like nervous. I was like, oh, because you know, I be nervous to ask y'all.
What?
My friends, cause I put my big girl panties on this week and I said, okay, it's Michole. It's my woman, you know. So I'm pretend woman. She looking like
no. No, you are so dope, girl. You call and I will show up. I think you are so fierce.
I love you so
really,
much.
For real.
But, you know, I wanted to honor you because I don't think people do that enough. And now it is your time. You're about to fly. You are about to take wings and fly. And you have consistently been working for over 30 years. Like,
don't start counting.
Oh, no. Oh.
No, go ahead.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Right,
but, you know, I know I got a dent in the game. You got a bigger dent than I do. So can we tease them? Okay, let's please take it back to your Midwestern roots. How the hell did you get out here?
Oh, girl. Well, yeah.
Well, so where are you? Are you in New York, out here, Atlanta?
I'm in Atlanta right now. Yeah.
Look at his braids.
Right.
Okay. So, you started in Chicago, right? When did you get the acting bug?
Yeah, so I grew up in Chicago and my mom used to model, and my mom put me in modeling school when I was about 12 years old with my baby sister Courtney, and I loved it. And then I saw a commercial for Barbizon, girl, and I was like, Ma, I got to go. You got to send me there. And we looked it up and it was so expensive. And she was like, we can't afford that, baby. I begged and I begged and I begged. She finally sent me to the school. And they started an acting program there. And my first acting teacher was Mr. Lush. And I think I did the play, The Rainmaker, like a scene from that or something. And that was my first time really actually acting, but I was acting all the time. Since I can remember. I just didn't know how to put a label on it until then. Right. And
what sign are you? When's your birthday?
May 29th.
Oh, that makes
when are you?
What, May, June, Gemini. Because you're at the end of May. So that makes you Gemini. So you're a Taurus Gemini. Because May is Taurus.
May is Taurus too, but but I think Taurus stops about the 20th.
Right.
Starts,
You're
yeah,
Gemini.
something like that.
You're Gemini.
Yeah, what are you?
I'm a Leo.
Of course you are.
Leo.
Of course, yeah.
But I love my Gemini friends. You guys are classy. Classy.
Yeah.
So go ahead, finish. So you went to Barbizon, which is hilarious because I did too.
Did you really?
Girl, they must have had like a television commercial to get all us little girls out there thinking we was gonna do the dang on thing on. So go ahead.
Like their line was be a model or just look like one.
Thank you. Right. But we were I know I'm too short. What are you, like 5'6", 5'7"?
About 5'6.5", yeah.
Right. So I don't know why I bought into that dream, but I do still have those pictures. I wish I had them pulled so I could show them to you. I know you still have yours, but they didn't have an acting program. So I think that's beautiful that you did get something out of it, where the rest of us just got the pictures.
Well, you learned how to act like a model. Okay.
And I was able to send those pictures to Howard because they requested pictures for our application.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask me why, but
or to go to Howard.
Yeah, we had to send.
Send your headshots, please.
Yes,
and your resume.
Yes,
darling. You got a resume, you can't get into school.
It's not the drama, of drama. So so thank you, Barbizon, for that. So go ahead, let me hear your Barbizon love story. So the lady taught you how to act. You did the Rainmaker scene, and how did that segue? How old were you?
And then, then I was like somewhere between 12 and 14. And then I
was 16 when I had my thing. So go ahead. You a baby, you acting.
Right. And then I went to boarding school, which was like 6 hours from Chicago.
Okay.
And that's why
I got to stop you there. You're literally the second person I've had on my show who's gone to boarding school, but she was from England.
Okay. So you would expect that. Right? Right.
Not really because she was Black, but England, it was always some people on TV Black at the boarding school, at least one of them,
Right.
But how did I met Meatloaf's daughter, went to boarding school, but you expect that from Meatloaf's daughter. We used to hang out. But how does a Black girl from Chicago get to boarding school?
Well, so my grandparents own a funeral home, and we had this whole business, funeral home, cemetery. So I grew up
rich. Grew up
rich. No.
Funeral home rich.
No, ma'am.
You're rich.
No, ma'am. No, my grandparents had money.
What's the name of the funeral home? Let's shout it out.
Taylor Funeral Home in Chicago.
What part?
63 East 79th Street, South Side.
Chicago watches us more than any other place in the world. I swear to you, the whole world. As you know, Facebook is worldwide. So your folk, yes, let's talk about it. So you went to boarding school because you're rich. And it's outside of Chicago.
I got to correct you there. No, we were never rich.
I ain't never met nobody that owned a funeral home. People die every day.
I didn't own the funeral home. My grandparents owned the funeral home, and we didn't have a whole lot of money. So
They didn't break y'all off?
Well, it just wasn't like that. So we, no.
How did you get to the boarding school?
Well, they did. So they did support me a lot. So
I need to know about your grandparents. What's going on with these grandparents?
You gotta let me say this. Okay, so I was privileged to do a lot of things. So I would be around people with money, but that didn't mean that I personally had money. So my grandparents, they did help to take care of that, but we were still struggling personally, my mom and stuff. And
so it sounds to me like one of those like TV shows.
So it seemed like you're rich, but you really broke.
Right. Like 90210. You're the girl who's got the heritage. You've been born into wealth. You're really a princess who was sent away, and now you're back. No, because you're born into it. It's in your blood, but your mom for some reason, you guys are not living it, but you're still a part of it. So your
Right. Yeah.
grandparents,
Yeah. It was an interesting dichotomy to like
your
have, you know,
grandparents recognized the queen in you, and they still wanted you to grow up with the
Yes.
advantages, even
Yes.
though your mom
Yeah.
was probably too proud to allow them to do more. They just didn't want to do
We
more.
should probably
Okay,
leave
it's
that
cool.
alone. We're gonna leave that
We
alone
go,
right
we
now.
go, keep on moving, keep
Right,
on
right.
moving. Okay, so
Right.
we're at boarding school. Which one did you go to?
I went to Marion Heights Academy in Ferdinand, Indiana, which is like between Louisville and Evansville.
And what was it like? Do tell, was it like culture shock? Was it?
It was culture shock a little bit because it was the first time I've been around white people, really, you know. And
You have to live with them. Like at least the first time you just be like, "Hey, see you later, go home." But you have to be around them and go to bed with them and wake up in the morning, eat with them and go to school with them and all that.
Right.
So what happened?
Yeah. It was the first time I was like, wow, I thought all white people looked like everybody on TV, that everything was like so perfect and glamorous and this whole thing. But it was like,
just real people.
Yeah.
And like me, stuck in this fucking place.
Right. But for me, boarding school was so fun. It was another thing that was like, oh yeah, it was like acting again to me. I thought I was 2D off Facts Life, Kim Fields. Come on now.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yes,
and so I was like, it was my first time having a key to my room, and I felt like I had my own place.
Okay, so did you have a roommate?
I did have a roommate.
Okay. Well, it was like, it's like I was an only child. You did have a sister, but that seems like fun. I agree. Like
it was so much fun to me.
Right.
Yeah. It was super fun. And so that's where I did my first play.
Okay. And what play was that?
I don't even remember what it was. It was so long ago, but I played some grandmother or something. And so anyway, I think I forgot my lines at one point or something. And I went on improvising, doing this whole thing. And I was just in.
Right.
And so
Right.
I was so in, girl. And
so did your sister come out there with you, or was it just
my sister actually went first. So we're a year apart, and my sister's older. Yeah. And so, you know, so I got to go, you know, she started by herself, but
see, you ain't at that part. You came easy. She really had to pave the way. Exactly. She paved the way for you. Thanks, sissy. Okay, so go ahead.
Yeah, she always paved the way. So I was always like comfortable because it was like, oh, I have my big sister here. And
I love it.
I'm good. Yeah. So it was super fun for me.
But that's also why you're so classy. Like, you know, they instill a certain femininity, you know. Did you have to go to like etiquette classes and come out and stuff like that? Jack and Jill and fancy pants.
You know what? I did have a cotillion. My mom wanted me to do a cotillion. Yeah. And I wasn't aware of Jack and Jill, that whole thing then at all.
Right. I think it's sexy. I think it is a beautiful thing that we have shied away from, turned away from, you know, lost in our heritage, the coming out balls, you know, introducing our beautiful young women to the world. So from boarding school, you went through senior year?
No. Okay, so I went through my junior year. So this is how I really got into my acting thing. So we used to get, you know, we only could talk to people on the payphone for certain hours, and then you got, you know, you trying to figure out how to pay for it and all this stuff because, you know, we really have no money. So we used to get calling cards. I had somebody who had stolen somebody's calling card.
I love it. Yeah.
So we were using other people's calling cards, and I got caught once. And we would just be talking to boys like for as long as we could or whatever. So we got caught once, and then
was there like a brother school across the river or something?
It wasn't no brother school. It was just all girls.
Townies?
Huh?
Townies?
It was an all girl Catholic school. And
who was you talking to on the phone? Townies?
No, it was like a boy from Chicago.
Okay.
So we were 6 hours away from Chicago.
Okay. Okay.
And so I would be talking to him or whatever. And anyway, and so the second time around, you're not supposed to use the card that much. So we were all sharing this card. So somebody went overboard with the card, and whoever's card it was found out, and they wanted to press charges. And I was like, whoa. And so my mom called me up. She was like, what is wrong? Why are you doing this? And it was like, I was this close to almost getting kicked out. She was like, what is wrong? Do you want to come home or what? And this was my 3rd year. And by that time, I was kind of getting bored with
Your
it.
sister had graduated already. She was graduating.
Right. Well, if I was a junior, she was a senior. Yeah. So, but I guess I was bored a little bit. And so when she asked if I wanted to come home, I just said, yeah. I don't know what made me say that really, but because I wasn't depressed or anything. But anyway, but she made it seem like I was, like something had to be wrong. Anyway, so when I came home,
like something wrong with you. You stealing
like,
people calling
boys.
Right. What's wrong with you? Puberty? Perhaps.
Right. Okay.
Men's got me up
but
here.
So when I came, you silly. When I came home though, I got to audition for Chicago Academy for the Arts. And my mom had found this article, whatever, and I auditioned and I got in. And that's where I spent my last year and a half of high school. And that's how I found out I went to Cal Arts in California. And anyway, and the rest was
So wait a minute. So did you enjoy your experience at the basically performing arts high school, or did you enjoy boarding school? Because I'm just so loving that you went to public, I'm assuming at some point in Chicago. Yeah. Then you went to boarding, and then you went to performing arts. Like that's every girl that wanted to be Tootie. You got to do the Tootie thing.
I did.
So how was performing arts high school for you? Did you like it more or less?
I love that too. I mean, I'm gonna take my gum out of my mouth. Poop.
Oh, I can't take mine. You saw me put mine in. I got to leave it in.
Right, leave it in, girl. Okay, I'm not gonna say. What'd you ask me?
I asked you how'd you like going to performing arts first.
Performing arts school. Yes. Oh no, I mean I loved it there, but I was, I came in at the tail end, so everybody was kind of established more, and had their thing. Right. So I didn't really get to do any shows. I was an extra in the play, and so I was really, finding my way in.
Got the experience. Okay, so go ahead.
So that was my first time really learning what acting was about and stuff like that. And but it was cool. But and then that changed once I got to Cal Arts, which was a whole nother ball game.
Right.
Yeah. But I loved it all.
Cal Arts. What made you apply to Cal Arts?
So the Chicago Academy for the Arts. Like had I not gone there, I never would have known.
Okay, so
known about
sister schools.
Huh?
Are they sister schools? Cal Arts, Chicago Academy of the Arts? No, just the
not at all.
Arts.
Not at all.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Chicago Academy.
Some people suggested Cal Arts, or as a.
Well, when you go to a high school like that, so they knew all the the league schools and all the all the conservatories and stuff like that.
Right.
I would have never known had I not gone.
Okay, so you get to Cal Arts. And it's like an associate program, right? Or did you do the bachelor?
No, it's a bachelor's program.
Yeah,
it's a bachelor's program.
Like that's big, mama. Like, yay. So you get there, you stay on campus, right? See, grandma and them, they ain't playing with you and your educations.
No, that's right. They were very.
If nothing else, we will educate our girls.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right. No,
thank you, grandma. Okay, so you get to Cal Arts and you're majoring in drama.
Right.
Okay, and then?
And so at Cal Arts, so I went there for 4 years, and, again, it was, mostly white. So most of the plays I did, we did a lot of Shakespeare and, classical stuff. And And the first Black play I did was my very last year. And Fran Bennett, who was the vocal coach for acting there, she decided to put up, she just passed away, really. And she was just my heart. She literally just passed away like within this past month, I think. And which I'm just so floored by. But yeah, I'm
She
sure you
worked
would know
out
her.
here in Hollywood a lot, right?
Yeah, she
I
worked a
remember
lot.
I worked with a friend doing the ABC director's workshop. Is that the same friend?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I'm sorry, but let me not try to know who you know. Just tell your story. I'm sorry. I just want to be a part of it.
Right.
I want to be a part of you. Okay, go ahead, finish. So Fran, God bless you, Fran.
Because there wasn't enough, stuff for people of color there. She decided my last year, she decided to do colored girls. And so there weren't enough colored people. So she pulled from all different classes and stuff and pulled us all together. And we did for colored girls. And she invited the casting director of A Different World at the time, Cheryl Bear, and she invited a whole bunch of other people. And so Cheryl Bear came and then she had me come and do the monologue for A Different World. I did the monologue in this whole room, casting people and producers. And then I was always too young for that show. And then Ronnie Yesko called me. Oh, wait, I got my first manager that way. I did the monologue for Colored Girls. I got my first agent.
Which one did you do? Which monologue?
Bo Willie dropped him. He dropped him out the window. Right. And Lady Red. Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah. And I know you had to have Gavin that toe on. You must have been like,
I know. Right.
You know, drop my baby. Go ahead.
Okay. Yes. And it's funny doing that play like the first time, like, because when I was in college and being like one of the only Black people in my class and stuff, I was always self-conscious about showing my Black self kind of, and I wanted people to feel like I could do anything that they could do.
Right.
And, but once I got,
speak on that. That is such a beautiful sentiment that you brought up, because I think a lot, like even my son going to a predominantly white school feels like he has to prove something where all you have to do is be,
Yeah.
And I appreciate, can you speak on that a little bit? Like how you came to that realization,
I wish if I knew then what I knew now.
Right. I wish I could tell him.
Yeah. And but it's just really, I guess accepting who you are. But because I was the only one, like I had my, for a long time, it's like then, you feel self-conscious. And then I don't want anybody making fun of me or trying to act Black, because then that made me feel like a certain kind of way. If
they do. They tease me a lot to him. I feel bad. His friends tease me, like they imitate the way I talk. So he's always like,
that's embarrassing for him.
Yes.
Or
like,
interesting.
They're like, I don't know. I didn't know I talked funny like a Black lady. Like they're always like Black lady. I don't know. Never mind. Go ahead, finish.
Wow, interesting.
It is.
But but I think the bottom line is still really just owning and loving who you are.
Right.
And and I just didn't know that. I was always hiding.
Right.
And uncomfortable with that,
So it made you feel uncomfortable with going out for the Black roles. Is that what you're saying?
No, it did. Once I started going out for Black roles, like once I got Colored Girls and I got Black language that like rolled off my tongue, like
you was like, I'm home. It was like your aha moment.
I was like, what?
Your Oprah aha moment. Yes.
Yeah.
Like a light bulb was like, whoa, I'm Black.
Yeah.
I am Black.
Yes.
I know that moment. That moment.
It was like, whoa, like I was able to step in and own it. It just came to me like with such ease. Right. And it's funny, most of the training, I'm really grateful for the training that I had.
Yes.
because it made me a much stronger actor. But most of those things I didn't do when I got outside. I wasn't auditioning for roles like that because I'm Black still. And that's
I think the fact that we both lived in both worlds is one of the reasons why we do crossover things. You know what I mean? Like, I'm from Shaker Heights, you know, so I grew up in a Shaker Heights. It's in Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh,
so,
right.
But I went to Howard. So you flipped it. You're from Chicago.
Yeah.
You know, you started in, you know, just Chicago. Then you went. So because you're able to live in both worlds. Yeah. Because, you know, I think a lot of Black people get it twisted when they think that they want to do white people stuff. White people don't want what white people want. They want what Black people want. So quit trying to be what that you think, you perceive that they want you to be. When they just want you to be you. But the fact that you and I can't, and a lot of other, not just us, but because we feel comfortable in both worlds, I think it helps us navigate both worlds.
Yeah, and you know, and we have to because they are the dominant.
Right.
So yeah.
So you started. So what was your first gig, and how did you get there? You got your agent while you were still in college.
Right when I graduated. So that was the Colored Girls was the last play that I did, and thank God. I mean, Fran Bennett like set me up, and opened the door for me by, you know, inviting these people to see this show, and that monologue got me everything. So my first job, I auditioned for Ronnie Yesko, and I just had a general meeting, and I did this monologue, and then she called me in for a really nice guest star on, I'm aging myself now.
But
on LA Law. On LA Law. Oh girl, I gotta tell you about this whole thing.
Do.
Right. So I got this job on LA Law, and she called me, tell me I had the first job. I was like, oh my God, we called my mama on the phone and all of this stuff. And anyway, so once I got the job, I had worked one day, and I had just graduated, and I was going to do my second day, right? And I had a little argument with my boyfriend at the time, and I'm driving down the street, kind of speeding out, and I get pulled over by the cops. And so I get pulled over, and I had warrants out for my arrest for speeding tickets, and I'm in Valencia, okay?
Are you sure one for that cell phone card that you had in
No, that was way back. So
okay.
I moved way back.
Okay, you just a criminal. I love it.
Right,
okay, so go ahead. We got warrants. Where's my pen?
Right.
Honey, we got warrants. I need 2 fans for this.
Wait, get you some fans, girl.
Okay, do tell. Go on.
Right. So I get pulled over, and I'm thinking, you know, okay, if I get pulled over, I got a job now, so I can pay these things.
LA Law, yeah, bitch. Girl. Whatever.
Right. This dude put me in the car. He put these handcuffs on me, took me in the car.
Did you tell him you was on LA Law?
I did. I was like, I can't. I'm on my way to work. You're right. And so they take me, girl, and put me in the
You was running late? Was you late? Was that why you was speeding? Or was you just cute? You was like, yes, I'm on LA Law.
Always kind of speeding a little bit.
Yes.
So, and I might, I don't know if I was running late. I may have been, but I was gonna be there.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, so he pulled you over. He ain't want to hear none of that. He hating. He hated on you.
Right.
Yeah.
It was really kind of in Valencia and in New Hall and stuff like that. At the time, it was really like a racist little tone there. Sometimes, like, you know, when I was in school, somebody had burned a cross on somebody's lawn, and there was things like that going on. So it was like, it was just weird when he pulled me over. So he was not kind at all. So he brought me in there. And anyway, I'm still thinking I'm gonna get out. And next thing I know, they take me to see the judge, and they sentenced me and I'm telling the what do you call it, the legal aid person, I was like, no. She's like, you'll probably have to serve some time. I was like, no, you don't understand. I'm an actress. I just got my first job and blah blah blah. She was like, yeah. I said, no, I'm working on a LA law. She was like, oh yeah, okay, sure. So we get in court. And she tells the judge, she was like, Your Honor, my client says she's an actress working on a TV show and blah, blah. And the judge goes, surely you jest. 3 days for this, 5 days for this, blah, 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 13 days in civil brand. And I was like, oh my God. And they locked me up and took me on this bus, girl. And I am in civil brand. And it was just crazy. So anyway, so I'm trying to figure out how to get out and all this stuff. And the character that I was playing was in civil brand, and she had been taking the rap for her boyfriend with some drugs. Okay. So anyway, so Ronnie Yesko and her assistant at the time, they both came to jail to see me and visit me. And I'm like looking at them through that big thick glass, and I'm going like this, and I'm crying my eyes out. And they were so supportive and so.
I am such a little wimp. Go ahead.
Girl.
I'm sorry.
I was like, and I get there, and some girl named, the 6 feet tall, named 8 Ball came up to me. She was like, hey, yo.
What, 8 Ball?
Girl, I can write a whole story about this.
Oh my God. There's already a movie called Civil Brand. Now I know what it meant. I had literally no idea what that movie meant until you just explained it to me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I just don't want to see my baby like that. So finish telling the story. What happened?
Girl, I have my little glasses on, looking all nerdy, and this all like hardcore folks up in here. And I'm up in here for some traffic tickets. But anyway, I'm gonna give you the short version. So they came to visit me, and finally, somehow, my grandparents actually did help me get a lawyer, girl. And I would have never called them. My boyfriend at the time.
You had to call them. They love you.
They do, but I would have never.
And you had got your first job, all the money they invested in your little schooling that paid off, and this, because see, your grandparents are the epitome of Black pride and Black power. No matter what it looks like, for Blacks to own, are they Black?
They're Black.
For Blacks to own, is you light-skinned? I know, they're probably light-skinned, but. That's okay.
They are.
We're Black. We are Black.
That's right.
I'm just saying, for them to own a funeral home off top, let you know they get the struggle. Even though they may not have, shown the way you might have thought they should have, but I think they.
No, I'm not saying that. They
yes,
they are my idol.
Heroes.
Like,
because they always came through.
Yeah, and they followed their dreams. Yeah.
Yes. So
and it's amazing what they did. I want to do a documentary about their life.
You should.
Yeah, because they're
so dope.
Yeah, they're extraordinary people. Really.
Right. I want to do a documentary about mine too. We should push each other to do.
Yes. Let's do it.
Yes. Go ahead. We'll do a show, and then each week a different Blacktress can research her roots, and we'll all help each other. Sounds like
I like that. That should be a show.
That's what I just said. We should do that show.
Yeah.
Like each of us take a turn, the root searchers, root hunters, root people. Okay, go ahead. Right. So now where are we? We're in jail. How did we get out? My grandpa sent us the money.
So they got me this lawyer, and
better than that first lady.
Right, way better. Thank God. And somehow, so I
didn't like her. We was gonna
kill her off. The lawyer
encouraged
me to write a letter.
We killing her off. When we write your life story, we killing her ass off.
Okay.
That lawyer lady.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, baby. I'm sorry.
So the lawyer encouraged me to write a letter to the judge. So I wrote a letter to the judge apologizing and saying, I acknowledge my fault, and and I take full responsibility, and I'm sorry, and all this stuff.
What I miss? What the hell did you do? You sped a little?
Right, but I had more than one more. It was like 3 or 4 tickets or something crazy, and I was too scared. And once they went into war, I couldn't pay them, and I was so scared to go into court. I thought I would go to jail. I didn't know what to do, but work it out, find a way. If anybody out there, you don't want to do that because they will take you to jail.
Oh my gosh, take care of it. If you guys
over something so silly, simple,
take care of it, y'all. Okay, so go ahead. Baby.
So so the judge finally said I had community service. So I got out on community service. I served 3 days at Civil Brand. And
so what happened with you at 8 Ball?
Oh, 8 Ball was like, hey, I heard you up in here for some traffic tickets, right? Hey, yo, they can't touch this. I got you, all right? It was like that. It was her. And it was
what you say? Oh, what you say? Was you like, okay, 8 Ball?
I was like, exactly. I was like, okay, but I was glad I got my ass up out of it.
Right. Right.
But I ended up like playing cards with them and hanging out. But
so you had already basically gone through your own lesbian boot camp before Spike put us through it. Shit.
Right. That's right. I forgot about that.
You was a damn all pro.
Oh, hell no. No, I made it out before I had to really do the lesbian boot camp up in there. I got out by okay.
Saves your virginity. Okay, yes, so then you get out. Did you get to finish LA Law?
They took me back, girl. They waited for me. It was unbelievable. I'll never forget Ronnie Esco.
No, there is a blessing on your life. It's in your genes.
It was crazy. And then
you gotta recognize it's all flowing through you. Like, Yeah. Thank you, Grandma, Grandpa. So go ahead. They waited.
They waited, and then I get on the set, and the whole set is set up like Civil Brand. Okay. That's what was crazy.
But even more crazy, they weren't gonna fire you because they were like, yes,
this is the
now she's gonna be able to live the part.
Yes,
we knew we had a thug. Okay, so go ahead.
It was crazy. So it was just so art imitating life. So I get there, and I am in the scene, like with my boyfriend, with my hand against the glass, like crying, like I'm in. It was so surreal. Like that whole thing, it was just crazy.
And you rocked it, and you had just lived it.
I did, yes.
Yeah. And while you were living it, you were thinking of it, like feeling those, like, do you do that as an actress? Like when you have a moment, let me remember this moment. This is how I wake up. Okay, this is how it feels to be in jail. Let me take a mental picture of this moment.
Right. I mean, I literally like left the jail and came to the set. So it was just all like right there.
Right.
So, yeah.
So what do you think about that? Like we were talking about before, like I don't like to do roles where I have cancer or some, death-defying, illness or something, because you don't want your mindset to take you to that place. Do you think the fact that you had booked this role kind of might have set your mindset up to experience that?
I would say no on that one. So I don't know if I was like creating this subconsciously.
We just gonna put it on God.
Yeah.
Because it was beneficial. Even if it was at the expense of Grandma and Grandpa, it was still beneficial to your career,
Yeah, I guess you can say that.
No matter what,
Yeah.
Okay, so let's bring it on up, because I know people.
Bring it on up.
Yeah.
Bring it on up.
Okay, so where are we now? We just got out of jail. We went on set. We rocked it. So then what we do? What we do after that? After LA Law, the phones were ringing off the hook.
Oh, I don't know about. Well, at that time I did work a lot. Back then, and that was right after school. I did a lot of half-hour stuff. Fresh Prince and Family Matters.
That's where my boy remembers you from. Fresh Prince. He remembered like one of the guys who comes on the show regularly. He was like, I remember her from Fresh Prince. Right. So who did you play on Fresh Prince? Because that's a lot of people's, fond remembrance.
Right. So on Fresh Prince, I played a nerd with two buns in my hair, and I was buying Will all these gifts so he could go to I don't know, some dance or something with me. And then for some reason, I can't remember all the details of it, but for some reason later I wanted all the stuff back. And I bought him a motorcycle and everything, and I wanted it all back. And anyway, but they show that episode all the time. Even to this day, it amazes me.
That's great. That's great. Because like during that time, Will was like the hot ticket in town. That was like the early 90s. He was the only show that us young Black women could get a start on. He was young. Every week he had a different love interest until I think he chose Nia towards the end, and then she was like, I think his girlfriend. Because I remember, I didn't get on, but I did book it. But that is huge because it stood the test of time. Literally, people are still talking about that to this day, that episode where you were on the Fresh Prince. So I remember you being on something, was it Dave Chappelle? Yes.
I did do a pilot with Dave Chappelle. Oh, yeah, that story. Okay, I did the pilot with Dave Chappelle, and the whole time I was doing it, they're like, "Oh, you're amazing, blah, blah, blah." And then when the show got picked up, my manager told me the show got picked up. I was like, oh, okay. And then they said they were rewriting my character. And then all my friends called me. I don't think you did, but I'm not sure. And said, "Hey, I'm auditioning for this role. Didn't you? I thought you booked this." And anyway, and they gave, it was all the same material. They didn't really rewrite the character and all that stuff. They just basically didn't want me.
Who did they put on there?
I don't even remember who ended up getting, but the show never really.
Was it Tammy? I think it might have been Tammy. No? I just remember it.
I know Tammy called me to tell me that she had auditioned for it. I don't know if she had actually booked it when they reshot it.
It got picked up, but I don't think it lasted long.
It didn't. Yeah.
Because God don't like ugly.
Oh, right. Well,
for real. You are God's child. If it got picked up with you in it, why you got to change the game now? So wasn't it Dave and his best friend, that white boy?
No.
No.
I know John Sally was on there. I think John Sally played my husband.
What up, John Sally?
Yeah, John Sally in the house. And I forget who else was on there. But I
thought it was Dave and a white boy and they was best friends or something. No.
Maybe. I feel like I remember a brother. So.
Oh, I don't know. I just remember you and Dave Chappelle. All the rest you filled in. So that was cute. So then what? You did something with Scrubs or something. I remember you wearing Scrubs. Was it working out? You were working out.
Oh, that was on Muscle. I booked a series on, that might have been before Dave Chappelle, but that was a series right now. That was big. Muscle when the WB first started.
Right.
Yeah.
That was because I remember I think I was on WB with Sean and them. Was at the CW, but it had just become W. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, it was the WB. Yes. It was the WB there.
You guys had a huge opening, like Muscle, and you were the young, new, cute Black girl with the pretty hair and curly. And it was, I remember that. It was like, so what happened with that one? Because girl, we could go down the list of what happened. Right. Was it inside drama or did y'all?
I think that show just didn't get picked up or something. But I didn't do anything wrong that time.
Girl, of course you didn't.
Right. Well, the first time I think Well, I just needed a note. I just needed somebody to communicate with me, not to work so hard. And because I actually ended up seeing the Dave Chappelle thing, and I was terrible. And so I got why, but it
Really?
did.
I love
Huh?
that you take responsibility for that. That's dope. So
Yeah.
after watching it back, you just wish that they had communicated.
Yeah, I just needed a note. It's like, just give
Not
me
a
a note.
recast. Just tell me,
Right.
tell me to chill out.
Right. And that's it. But sometimes, on these shows, they don't know what they want, and they don't always know what to, how to communicate to an actor. So anyway, that's all I just need. But that like affected me deeply. So after I did that show,
baby, I can understand. I can understand. That got in your head a little. I can understand.
So when it came to comedy and stuff, I was like, oh, I just felt like I would never be good at it, anymore. So I shied away, and I did a lot of drama. That's when I moved to New York with Jitney, and I ended up staying there doing a series called.
All right, so Jitney, let's talk about that. That's Broadway. That's what made me fall in love with you. And I'm always telling you on Broadway to me is just like the biggest. So how'd you book Jitney? Did you move to New York and then you booked it, or did you do some type of?
No, I auditioned at the Taper actually, and
Mark Taper Theater for all of you. Mark Taper for those.
Yeah, the Mark Taper Forum in Los Angeles.
Yes.
And auditioned, and I didn't know that much about August Wilson at the time. And my sweetheart, who's still my sweetheart now, but we had a breakup in between a lot of that time. But
y'all back together again. When I'm looking like a really groovy monkey. Okay, go ahead.
No, you still.
I need details. I need details. Y'all back together again. Y'all back together again.
Yeah. Girl.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
We were together for 5 years. We broke up for 7. Back together for I stopped counting.
Y'all spend the pandemic together?
Yes.
How was that?
It was amazing.
Did you call him during the pandemic? Had you just gotten back together, or how did that happen?
Oh no, we've been back together way before the pandemic.
And y'all made it through the pandemic.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I mean, we had a great time. It made us closer during the pandemic, and we were both, like, hallelujah, the world stopped and we can pause and not
feel like, thank you, feel like I'm losing out on something, I'm missing something. Right. What, just chill. It was beautiful, wasn't it?
It was beautiful. And it leveled the playing field.
Yes, for all of us.
Right.
We felt the leveling. Like, it's okay, chill.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Yeah. And I thought, even like the Zoom stuff, you get a peek into people's lives and people's homes, and everybody's like chilling. We're all going through the same thing. We're all freaking human. It just kind of broke down the whole hierarchy thing a little bit,
Even the racial, we got along way better when, the pandemic was on. We were all in the house. But even when we saw each other out, there was a nice little camaraderie of communication. I get it. We're in this together.
Yeah.
I appreciate what you're saying. I really do.
Yeah.
So you guys got back together, and this was because the last.
I can't believe I'm even talking about this. I'm just telling all my business.
No, you're not. I love it.
Helping me all up.
Because I love you, and it's not for us. It's for them. This is the forum. That's why we call it the forum, because it's for them. And this is the kind of stuff I know they want to know. I mean, you just been dropping little jewels, bam, 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 bam. So wait a minute, let me get back to where we were.
Okay, 1 second. They're bringing my food now.
Oh, good. Go get it. Go grab it.
I'm just gonna let it in real fast.
Okay. Y'all, I so was enjoying the stories, but she's just gonna grab her food and she coming right back. She in the ATL. That's a cute little hotel room, isn't it? A double bed. I like that hotel room. It kind of has you know, a home vibe. Like you don't feel like you're in a hotel room, even though you are. Let's get to the good stuff. Let's see what time it is. Okay, it's only 9. I'm trying not to rush the feeling, y'all, because my girl straight up brought us some stuff. Like, I want to give a shout out while she's getting her food to my boy AJ Johnson, who passed away. I'm sorry that happened. Are you still there, honey? I said a few things. No one said anything to me. No one was upset with me. You know, it's just that after I revealed a few things, because I'm just in the mindset, everything I know I want to share with y'all because it's for you. And I know you're not getting no information. But I shared a few things, and some of these streaming services were trying to call me. I'm sorry, y'all. I really rushed the makeup job. Y'all know I already don't know what I'm doing, but today my girl was coming through and I really wanted to throw a little color in the hair. So some of these streaming services was calling me like, and I have to give a shout out to my boy Sam, who called me too. He called me first. And from Hip Hop Uncensored. And he was like, yo, unless you want to let a nigga like me to run with the story that you've posted, you need to take that shit down. And I'm coming to you, you know, podcaster to podcaster. So y'all are really making me feel welcome in this podcast world. So thank you, Sam. So I pulled it down, the little pieces of information that was coming in to me about AJ. Not because his family asked me to, they didn't. They were sitting around just as sad and curious as I was, letting little pieces. I don't know. I took it down because I'm not the spokesperson for nobody's death. I am not. Call my girl LB from Beverly Hills Talent. Shout out to LB. She managed him, even I guess after death, and call her if you want to know more information about how our brother passed away. I swear it's hard out here, y'all. Folks is definitely dropping, and I'm not liking it one little bit. But since I'm sitting here and my girl is eating, Michole, do you mind if I go on ahead and spill the beans? Forrest, I need some lip gloss or something, cause it's like I need some Forrest. Hello, Forrest. Oh, he hurt me, y'all. Finally, can we go ahead and I don't know, maybe air Michole's stuff while she's not here? I'm ready now. I want to air your stuff. It's 9 o'clock. You just gonna go eat. Why you can't eat with us?
I can eat with you.
Well, get back here. I got a bacon sandwich I was gonna have for dinner. I'm on a diet, so I'm trying to eat. That's all I'm eating for the day, y'all.
You got to open the thing back up so I can get back in.
How do I let her back in, honey? I mean, Forrest gonna handle it.
Okay, I'm just charging till you do that.
So we were gonna we invited this young guy on who has a movie that he wants the world to see, that he's been trying to get into festivals, but the festivals aren't letting him in. So we have that too. We want you to take a look at that with us and give a young man some, tips on what he needs to do to make it better. Because that's the plan. Okay, honey. So where do we leave off? Anybody remember? Boyfriend. She got back with her boyfriend. They have broke up. They're back now, but back then they got back together. So go ahead, finish. So can we move up to me and you? Because we still got to get to the phenomenal. I haven't even teased what you're doing right now. I just have to, yes, to what my girl is about to throw on y'all. But let's get to, let's jump to Spike. Let's just go on and jump to Spike. How was that experience for you?
That experience was, it was really great. I had fun. It was awesome, being able to work with you. And I really hope we can do it again sometime.
I know that was fun. But did that, remember Summer got mad? Phoenix, remember Summer Phoenix remember that time Summer Phoenix remember Summer got mad and quit?
No.
Were you offended by the lesbian boot camp, or did you find it to be helpful to as an actress, helpful to us getting to where we needed to be or wanted to be in the film?
I thought it was wild that we were doing a lesbian boot camp, but it was interesting though, and him having women on the panel, and and us going to clubs and stuff like that.
So speaking of our final, remember our final, the club. So do you remember how you and I got outed? Do you remember how they realized that we weren't gay? Because the final was after we took lesbian boot camp, we all had a final. We had to go on a field trip with the young lady who now works at HBO, and she does all the real talk, the real sexes. Did you know our teacher ended up being the consultant for Real Sex on HBO? Or is that HBO?
Wow.
We had the truth. She was also the editor-in-chief of the leading lesbian magazine in New York. Remember? So she took us to a nightclub for our final. And the final was we couldn't get outed. And we all had to partner up. So do you remember how you and I got outed?
No, tell me. I got CRS, girl. Real. I got CRS. I forgot about all of that. I remember, I'm like, what?
What does CRS stand for?
Can't remember shit. Oh my gosh.
Remember, first we all had to go to the club. We went to that little club, and all the ladies was trying to holler at us. Remember that?
I do remember that.
And then me and you had to use the bathroom. We had to pee.
You're so good. Dang.
Do you remember that?
No, go on. Tell me. Tell me, I'm scared.
Oh, you are making me blush. So we had to pee. So we went to the bathroom, and the bathrooms didn't have no locks on them.
Oh,
You remember that?
Oh, Lord Jesus. I remember that whole thing was just so uncomfortable.
Blast it out of your mind. I love it.
What? Like, what? What, no locks on the bathroom doors?
So me and you, we were like, okay, that's what we're going to do. You go in and use the bathroom, and I'll stand outside and hold the door, and then we switch.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how they clocked us, because they said if we were really lesbians, we wouldn't have cared.
Really?
If there was no locks on the doors.
That is so weird.
And I was like, just because you a lesbian don't mean you want somebody coming in watching you pee. What kind of shit would that make? But I think they clocked us because they recognized us as actresses. But in essence, we failed.
We failed the test.
Boot camp.
Damn. Oh, girl, that was so uncomfortable.
They said we failed because we didn't go pee without security.
Right.
A real lesbian would have let her
Just rolled up
coochie
again.
shine. Yeah, like, hey, squat like what, bitch? Come on in. Hand me
Right.
the toilet paper. I don't see how the two go together
No,
personally.
I don't
but
get that one.
what do I know?
Right.
So, can we please, Forrest, are we ready to
Yeah, I
announce?
forgot about all that stuff. That is crazy. I must have blocked that out for real.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
That was traumatic.
I'm
Right.
so proud of you from Malignant. Like, you know, I'm just jumping all the way. Okay, let's start with how I bet you did have a good pandemic, because your ass was fucking auditioning everybody from damn, who was you auditioning from? The guy, every celebrity. That whole campaign was lovely for you. Can we talk about that? Let's start there with
The Geico commercial?
yes,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Geico. It came on every 5 seconds. And who all did you get to interview?
Oh, it was Billy Blanks, Lisa Loeb, and Dick Vitale.
Dick Vitale.
Right.
It was only 3 because it seemed like it just came on a million times. That's why I guess I'm thinking it was a million different people, but it was only 3. But that was, to me, the most visible I'd seen you in so long. Like, I think it really, and because it was coming on so much during a time where we needed to see a familiar face, I think it really etched your face out for us and reminded us. And that has springboarded you into some phenomenal, you know, projects like Malignant.
Well, actually, I booked Malignant before I got the Geico commercial.
Okay.
I was really struggling right before all that stuff happened. And I shifted my focus. So like back and literally just like early 2019 was like so rough. I was still like really deep in the trenches, and I was like, I was ready to quit, honestly.
Right.
And
he wasn't ready for you to quit.
Girl,
ready.
Right? Yeah.
Been saved you a few times, honey, trying it. Ooh, come on.
Girl.
I can't testify for you. I gotta let you do it yourself. Okay, go on, mama. Finish.
I love you.
So you
girl.
was ready to quit, and then what happened?
Yeah. And then, you know, I do massage for my friends and stuff sometimes, and body work and energy work too. And so I massaged one of my friends, my friend Denise Grayson. And she said, you know what, Michole, you should really try to do this. Your hands are so healing. And so many people have told me that, but you know, but when she said that time, I was like, So I actually went out and bought myself a massage table at the top of the year. It might've been 2018 or 2000. It might've been 2018, I think. I got myself a massage table, and I just started, you know, trying to figure out what I would do, what my process would be. And I started giving to my friends and family, trying to work out my thing. And the more I gave, the more, you know, I was clearing energy for myself. And I got certified in Reiki 3, and I started doing energy work, integrated energy therapy. And anyway, as I would meditate before I worked on somebody. So I meditate and focus and try to tune into what somebody else needed.
Can you please repeat that just for them? Meditation is God. You are. I was taught that prayer is when we talk to God. Meditation is when God talks to us.
That's right.
So go ahead.
Yep, absolutely.
You started meditating.
I started meditating. I mean, I've been meditating for years, but
during the Reiki massage.
I started
part of that.
Yeah, and I
now, what is that? Explain what that is to us. Reiki massage.
Reiki is well, massage is different, but Reiki is energy work, and so you're dealing with your guides, and you know, you're just kind of they're like guides. Yeah, and they're like symbols and stuff that you do, and you're like, you know, my hands are tingling now.
I see it in your screen.
Yeah. And so it's energy. And then integrated energy therapy is similar but different. You're working with the angelic realm, and it's a little I don't even know how to, it's a little softer or something, but it just feels different. So, but I just went in on healing work and healing myself. And for all of those things, you get an attunement when you take those classes and stuff. And so with each attunement I did, it raised my vibration.
Yes.
And I was just kind of cleaning up my energy.
Right.
And every time I would help give to somebody else, it's like the blessing had to come
through
me. It came to me to come through me. So
Jesus.
Yeah. And so it was just going like this.
So it had to come to you, to come through you.
Right. And so I opened myself up because
I'm
focused on
you weren't trying to be selfish, like it came to you, like you allowed it to come to and through.
Yeah.
And that's why the blessings began to cleanse out that whatever had been suppressing your booking, your winning, your life journey, destination had to be cleansed and removed.
Absolutely.
So you think I should stop smoking cigarettes?
Do you think you should stop smoking cigarettes?
I wouldn't have asked if I didn't think I should.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you have to trust your own.
But I like them. But I do think that they're fucking up my vibration.
Well, if you feel that way, then then that's on you. But how about this?
What can I do to?
I would say you will when you're ready.
Because I have before. Okay.
You will when you're ready, and take the pressure off in that way. But and know that blessings still will come. So, and you will when you're ready. Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead. So you started sharing spiritual wealth and knowledge with others and healing them, not just on a physical level, but on a spiritual and a soulful level. So that is what opened up your beings to receive.
Yeah, I really think so. So, I did that. And then during the pandemic, I was reading A Course in Miracles, and that really helped.
That book, isn't it so great? Did you do the workbook with it as well?
Yeah, I mean, I was in a class, for it. So I would just, but I could just open the book.
I'm telling you guys, she's giving you the real. Not only did she go from, for all the years that you've been hustling, this one Geico commercial made you a household face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From there, you go to Malevolent. Maybe it happened differently in real time, but now we see you on Malevolent. And Malignant. You know what? I'm the ignorant. I'm trying.
No, you don't know.
I'm trying. I love my baby. So now we got you on. Y'all better recognize. Now you know Little Zane. He on your show too. Little Zane. Play the show for us, please.
Okay, while you do that, I'm gonna be charging my phone for 1 second.
Okay. Little Zane came on, guys, if you remember. But she's brought us some phenomenal footage. Forrest, is it ready to show? Oh, here we go.
When you come from nothing like we did, family's all you got.
That boy's been attached to his brother's hip since he came into this world.
You ride for them.
All we gotta do is stick together, man.
And they're supposed to ride for you.
What's more important than your own flesh and blood?
When the family's united,
I want you to know I'm always here for you.
no one can stop you.
You are my heart.
But don't make the mistake thinking that shit'll last forever.
Okay, one more time.
When you come from nothing like we did, family's all you got.
That boy's been attached
Russell,
to his
y'all.
brother's hip since he came into this world.
You ride for them,
All we gotta do is stick together, man.
and they're supposed to ride for you.
That's
What's more
Terry,
important than
and
your
the
own
other
flesh
one
and
is
blood?
somebody
When
else.
the family's united,
I
I
don't
want you to
know.
know I'm always here for you.
no one can stop you.
You are my heart.
But don't make the mistake thinking that shit'll last forever.
Okay, so Michole, you play the mama. Yeah. Them checks.
Okay.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm really silly. Exciting.
Are we
Wow,
live?
Michole. That is really, really exciting. So, are you guys going to do anything for the premiere this Sunday? Are you doing you guys have anything planned? Any,
So
streaming?
the official premiere was yesterday. So that's why I'm here in Atlanta. So yesterday,
Well, how was it?
It
What'd
was
you wear?
amazing.
Your hair is beautiful. Forrest, Forrest, I want to thank you, baby. So what'd you wear? Was it red carpet and everything? Yeah.
I wore an outfit designed by Tiffany Clemente Scott. Sorry, I'm eating. So I'm trying to swallow. Yeah, and it was amazing because it was at an amphitheater. I can't remember the name of it. I don't know the name of all these things in Atlanta, but it was like a huge this amphitheater. And afterwards, we had a big concert with 50 performed and T.I. performed and Snoop Dogg performed, and Snoop is on the show and 50 is producing it. And
huge.
Yeah, it was just amazing. Last night was
You brought your cutie pie, you brought your man?
No, he's doing a play actually in LA with the Noise Within Theater in Pasadena. He's doing 7 guitars.
That's out here.
Yeah, that's out there. 7 guitars starting in October, and he is
What's
a
his
beast
name?
on stage. Kevin Jackson.
Kevin Jackson. Okay, we'll check him out. I think one would enjoy 7 guitars. That's a fun one.
Yeah, no, that's
and
huge.
Noises is huge.
Yeah, a Noise Within.
Yeah, they're a huge theater production company out here in Los Angeles, and they do a lot of good stuff, and they always get write-ups. Like the critics always come out and support them because they're known for having a nice, theater company and the whole good stuff. So you guys are both working. That's the dream right there. So how was it working with my boy Russell? I saw you and Russell. I was like, yes, they ain't playing. Tasha wasn't playing. So Tasha directed the whole series.
Tasha directed the first 2 episodes and the last episode.
Yes, as long as she directed the pilot.
For sure.
That's
and
all that
she,
matters.
man, Tasha is one of the best directors I've ever worked with.
That is good.
Like, I don't know if you've ever had the opportunity to work with her as a director.
Please
she is fierce.
Really?
She is so fierce and just next level. And she's totally an actor's director and just a team player. And she just gives you gems
and makes
gems of
good.
things.
And gives you like suggestions, try it this way kind of stuff.
Yeah, she always brings something new to the table that really helps to elevate the scene, that gets you like hyped about it. Like, oh man, okay, we can really the material was already great, but she just like elevated. I mean, it just everything was just like this, and it was like doing a play. Yeah, we actually had rehearsal, and we got to do the blocking and work through everything.
Oh, she is straight old school with it.
Yeah.
And it's also probably working on a budget, and she don't want to fuck up. So being able to block is like an actor's dream because we can memorize to that. So her being an actor, knowing that it helps us, she knows that blocking the scene. Yeah. Because most times we get there and the director will be like, how do you think your character would do this? And you're like, oh, okay, I think I'd do this. And they're like, okay, go do it. But for her to allow you to create those moments prior to shooting day, like Spike does. I think that was helpful. Like,
it was great.
And, so go ahead, finish.
So there's that. I mean, she was just amazing.
So did she do any fun stuff, like bonding fun stuff yet? Was she doing but just being on set.
I mean, Tasha is
I think
like
working with Spike, that's
funny.
the only thing that is like a cool. So Tasha, you got to work that into your program. It's even if it's out to dinner. Did y'all get to go out to dinner?
She got to work what into her program?
You know how Spike brings something to the table every time, like a bond, like lesbian boot camp, you know, something that like makes it, you know, special, different, you know, like
she does all of that
else.
in her own unique way. I'm gonna say,
right.
I mean, she is just extraordinary. So I just want to be like,
so go ahead,
super clear.
Then. Yes,
Yeah,
I'm not dissing nobody. Just so you know, you don't have to be like, I just want to make sure y'all know. No, I know, but I'm saying like, you know, I think that takes it to.
You said she needs to bring this to the table, and I'm saying,
I just read it like that. I just read it like, you know, I just meant like next. Just you know how Spike. Never mind. It's just
well,
like
they're apples and oranges, and they both have their own.
They're both
awesome
like cold. I think they're both cold. But having done so many things in the industry, I can say that having worked with Spike, you know, and it sounds to me like you're saying having worked with Tasha, and all I'm saying is having worked with Spike. What makes him different is that he creates something different for every project that, you know, can't be matched. And that's all I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying, and he does rehearsals. So when I compared her to Spike, that's a compliment. So in the fact that she does rehearsals. So I was just curious if she did anything else, like, to take it to that, you know, that Spike bonding moment. We went on a friggin' lesbian boot camp.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to say. Did you go on a damn drug dealer paradise? What did you guys do to prepare to be the mama of two of the most influential hustlers of our generation?
Well, me personally, my character is not selling drugs. And we're just in the first season now. So, you know, sorry. But one thing I wanted to say really quickly about Russell and I, so I don't remember if you know this or not, but Russell and I did, we did already talk about it. So we did Jitney together.
No, I didn't know Russell did Jitney with you, but I do remember both of you did Jitney. That makes sense. Okay. So
we did Jitney together for
you had already had an
over
established
2 years.
Oh, shit.
And we started I mean, like years ago, and we've done like 2 or 3 August Wilson plays together. But Jitney was like that was the moment. Where,
all on Broadway.
Oh yeah, and it was the original production off Broadway. Actually, we were there for like 9 months.
Right.
But we went from city to city to city. You know, and it was amazing. So when we got together, you know, and him and Tasha were very instrumental in me getting this job too, and which was really
because I was wondering that, because you telling me that you did Jitney with Russell is mind blowing, because Russell jumped off Jitney and just took over Hollywood. I was able to see Russell like early. We were working on something together. He was coming to visit while I think I was in Canada. I don't remember, but we had an opportunity to really, really get close to Russell, my husband and I. And Russell was going from TV series to TV series to TV series, and you weren't. So I'm like, as you tell me this, I think it's a beautiful thing that he remembered that. He remembered the relationship that he had established with you prior to Sleepy Hollow. And what's the other one that he did? He did another one, Crenshaw.
Oh, Lincoln Heights.
Yes, Lincoln Heights. Is Grimm, not Sleepy Hollow, girl. You know what?
Grimm,
Yes. You see what I'm saying? Like Grimm lasted like a good 5 seasons. It was a phenomenal show. Then he went to the next one. But for him to remember before all of that, before working on Grimm, with all the phenomenal TV actors that he was with. What happened to my honey bunch? Okay, sorry, y'all. We got disconnected. I'm trying to figure it out. So y'all know I don't know how to figure it out, so I ain't gonna pretend like I do.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I do hear you.
Hey, I think she just disconnected. She got this. She like maybe disconnected herself. She was, you know, in a hotel. You know how hotel internets can be.
Oh, was the Outcast movie we met, Russell?
Right on, in North Carolina. Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we hung out.
That was Outcast? That was North Carolina. That was North Carolina?
Yes.
Well, Russell is the man. And I know my girl got disconnected, but just the fact, y'all don't understand. People don't do that out here in LA. But the fact that he's really not coming from a space of out here in LA, he's coming from that, you know, East Coast frame of mind. And he was remembering a time where he worked with a young woman for 2 years that was cold on a daily basis. Because y'all got to remember, theater is a daily basis. But no show is the same. Trust and believe that. No show is the same, but you're doing the same show every day. So the fact that Russell even remotely was like, nah, come on, T, I got this. We are calling my girl from Jitney. And it's very cute to use New York Broadway actresses on television, but rarely do you get one who has been on Broadway as well as on film, as well as on television. And I just had to let them know a few things about how cold you are, how you've been able to navigate. And this is the reason why your boy let Tasha know, yo, Tasha, if you want a wife and a husband, I ain't thought about no other wife since Michole Briana. Drop the mic.
Well, I've known Tasha for a long time too.
Right.
And she, you know, has said she's always been a fan of both of us. But Russell did mention me to her. And anyway, and they
That's
both
classy
just kind
casting.
of they
So
went in. Huh?
It's classy casting.
It really, I mean, it's like Youngblood and Rena grew up. The two characters from Jitney. It's really, yeah. It's just great. And so yeah, we had
Did you
this
get
history.
to meet the guys, Meech and Terry?
The real guys? I met Terry.
So that is like Spike Lee E. You know, he allows you to make those connections. And that is a connection. Being able to meet Terry is huge.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. And the guy who's playing Big Meech is actually the real Big Meech's son in real life. And so he's Little Meech.
Yes, that's what, okay, do you know Lil Zane? Lil Zane is in it with you. He came on here and he plays Little Meech's friend, I think.
Okay.
But that's just like Cube's son. And you know, right.
Yeah.
So Meech is, how is he doing? Is he an actor or is he just natural?
This is his very first acting job, and he is killing the game. Yeah, it's been wonderful to like be on this journey with him.
Natural
it's just
talent is gone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was just amazing, the whole ride.
Yeah. I mean, it's all of it is it's just been extraordinary, girl. And it's just like.
So is this your first like network? Because I guess Stars is cable, but it's equivalent to network. Because I guess it's not your first. I guess because they did a lot with that WB back in the day when you did Muscle. So would you say this experience with Stars is similar to that, to Muscle? Because you guys had a premiere. That's huge for a series.
Yeah, I mean, we had there was stuff with Muscle was a big deal at the time.
Y'all did
it was a big deal. Huh?
You did upfronts.
I don't think I ever really. Oh, yes, I did. I did. That's right. It was with Muscle. Okay, you're right. I think I did that one time, but I only remember being at one event like that.
So with this, you did get to do all of the fun premiere stuff, like the upfronts.
We haven't done the upfronts.
Shoots. Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah.
What about? I don't know if they do upfronts for cable. I think that's just like for NBC, CBS, all of that, where they're getting major.
I don't know. I mean, I would think. I mean, the announcement for season 2 hasn't been made yet.
Not yet.
I think
not yet. So, what about like cast promos and pictures? Did you guys do like any media stuff yet?
Yeah. So we've been doing press. I've been doing press all day today, and then yesterday and day before yesterday, and there's been stuff.
And just that you came over here, like I'm pressed.
Of course, I'm pressed,
but
you are precious.
Yeah, you came and brought stuff and everything. So okay, I'm so excited. So how did you find out that you booked? I want to live vicariously through your blessing. So,
okay.
Did you audition or did they just call? How did that happen?
No, I totally auditioned. So Kim Coleman called me in to love her.
Good. We love you.
Yeah, love me some Kim Coleman. And so, I read the material and I did my self-tape and stuff. And and then after that, and I loved the role. I mean, the writing was just wonderful, and the role it just came.
So, do you favor? Do you think you look like?
I totally do. I wish I could show you my phone, girl. I have to show it to you, like on FaceTime or something.
Yes, because we don't want to.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's crazy. She's older now, so she actually favors my mom a lot. And
so you got to meet her.
Yeah.
And you guys get along. I love her.
she's like I mean,
I've never get along with somebody mama.
Right. And I've never played a living person like this. So, it's just like, whoa, So I met her the first time on FaceTime with the showrunner, Randy Huggins. And we just all talked. We looked at each other and it was just like, she cried, I cried. And it was just deep. And I got to have my whole list of questions to ask her and stuff. And then I got to shoot one day in Detroit. And so I got to meet her and we went to the actual house and just see. Huh?
No, never mind. I'm just great.
Did she feed me?
Go ahead. You got to go.
Yeah,
I know she was, because that's Detroit. You know how we are. Chicago, Cleveland, Detroit.
That's right.
The three sisters. So go ahead. So
that's right. Yeah.
You were in Detroit. She knows you're from Chicago, so she knows you're a Midwestern girl.
Yeah, and it was just just seeing her in person, and we hugged and cried.
So did you guys do any shooting in Detroit? You did say
we did. So we shot mostly everything here in Atlanta, and in the last week we went to Detroit to shoot because it was a lot of exterior shots and stuff, and that was just just being on the real street in the real neighborhood, feeling what it was really like there. It was a whole nother ball game to actually be there. It was amazing.
I'm very, very happy for you, because this to me is huge. First of all, we're telling the story of our young men who were forced into a situation they may not have appreciated, but it set a precedent and they became so well known in that they were able to segue it to this. You
Yes,
know,
right.
many of us have come from there, and I don't care how much money you got, Hollywood ain't letting you in. No. Ain't nobody opening up no doors for just anybody. You know, so the beauty of them helping 50 and now 50 returning the favor, I think is just an example of our brothers maintaining. So how was it working with 50?
50 is great. He is great. He's a big teddy bear. He's a sweetheart. He even feels like, you know, a little shy sometimes, and very giving and caring, really sweet.
Okay, so go ahead. Finish. Who else can I look forward to seeing? So you guys shot the whole season, right?
Yeah, we shot 8 episodes.
8, and they're gonna air starting, guys, on Stars, starting this Sunday on Stars. Gotta go get Stars or Total Stick, whatever you got. Just make sure you watch my girl. Now, after these 8, who else can we? That's what I was trying to say. After this 8, we're gonna get another 8. But that's what I'm trying to say is, who else can we expect to see on the season? Any celebrities other than?
Lala Anthony. But you're gonna see a lot of new faces, which is really cool. Yeah, you see a lot of new, fresh faces.
And this is a phenomenal.
Oh, see, you got Steve Harris and Wood Harris, which is super cool to have both of them.
Because you give me hope for our futures as 50-year-old women. You know, you're basically.
Who are you talking about?
Patriarch.
You talking about yourself, girl. Talk about yourself.
I'm talking about you too.
No, don't you label me. No, ma'am.
No, you are. When I mean matriarch, that's the mama. What you want me to say?
Don't start saying numbers, girl.
You
no,
are carrying this. You are the female lead. Is that a better way to say it? You
can say that.
Female lead of a high-profile project that you deserve.
Yes.
Bask in it. Quit being so damn defensive. Enjoy. Open up us and let me in so I can swim in your love. Yes. Right. And enjoy this because every single second of it. Because back in the day, you know, we used to be going episode to episode. Like, I hope we come back next week. I hope we come back next week. But you got 8. So you know damn well they're going to show all 8 motherfuckers.
Right.
So enjoy. Enjoy it. Own it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Know why. You already said I opened myself up and I began to help others open themselves up. And when I started sharing the love, you know, it was returned. And I heard you. I learned something from you. I'm grateful that you came and you brought this gift to us. I hope you guys learned something too. I know my baby is leaving in 10 minutes. And is there anything you want to leave us with that I didn't mention that you want to say?
One, I'm going to say go see Malignant. Malignant is still in movie theaters right now and on HBO MAX. And then I would just say trust your journey, that every part of your journey matters. And even if it seems like you're in the trenches with things right now, to just trust that and to love yourself through that space, to meet yourself with love and compassion and forgiveness, and say that to yourself regularly.
I forgive you. I forgive you. Yes.
Yeah. I love you. I'm here for you. I forgive you. I will show up for you. And keep really giving that to yourself. And the more like we kind of go in and honor and love ourselves first, then the outside will begin to reflect what's on the inside. But it starts with the inside. And again, every part of your journey you will use at some point in your life. So trust your own unique journey and try as much as possible not to compare you to somebody else,
And
because
so,
everybody else is so different, you know?
yes,
And just
celebrate everybody's journey, because you've earned this. Like, I am so happy for you and Tasha, you know, and so many of my other girlfriends who hustled this game, and now you're getting it like you should have been, and always will. I'd rather have it in these next coming years than have had it. And I'm 25, and it's like we were able to then too, but now,
right.
you know what
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know how to own it.
Yeah.
I'm going back and rereading A Course in Miracles.
Course in Miracles is amazing.
I loved it the first time.
Yeah.
For you to bring it up.
Yeah.
Books like that, you know, Miss Tina Lifford, shout out to Miss Tina.
Yeah, love Tina.
She has a book out that I really enjoy. So, you know, I suggest that to you, but I'm going to take your suggestion and reread A Course in Miracles. Books like Miss Tina's A Course in Miracles. I don't necessarily, they're called self-help books, but they are more than that. They're spiritual, and they can help you get to the basis and the root of things. So go ahead, talk to us.
I was just going to say real quick, with A Course in Miracles too, you know, it can feel overwhelming to like read the whole book because it's like so thick, but you can like, I know it does for me, but you can like, you know, just flip to any page sometimes and just trust what you get. There's something there for you wherever. You can even ask a question. That's what I do. I flip. I'm like, okay, what do I need right now? Or just ask a
yes. Like the Bible, like it's you can ask a question. Yes, right.
Yeah. And it's just so much, knowledge. There's so much in there. Yeah.
I don't try to rush through like I'm reading the Bible. I have a Bible.
That's amazing that if you could read it from front to back, I'm like,
yeah. And I do, because I don't try to rush through anything.
Yeah.
You know, I take a little bit every day until
you know
what I mean? And once you've collected it, I could read it again. Like I've read the Bible like that once already.
That's amazing.
I'm going back.
Yeah.
I'm ADD or something. My brain works like that. Like I get into a pattern.
Yeah.
When it's a spiritual pattern and I need that bread, you know, and A Course in Miracles gives you and sustains that. And so I'm glad that you brought that up to you guys, as well as reminded me about it. Definitely go out there and get A Course in Miracles, because it really is a course in miracles.
Yeah, for real.
And can you also tell us, you said you went to school to be a spiritualist.
I've done a number of things. Gosh, I'm trying to remember the name of the other school that I go to. It's like a spiritual college, but it's in LA. And
like Agape?
No, not like Agape. It's more of like a, you know, where you study Reiki and you know. And
what is Reiki? I've heard of it before. Like
it's energy. So it's like, you know, it's healing energy that is in your hands. But you know, we're all capable. It's just like learning the process. There are like symbols and stuff like that, and you can help. Yeah, and you can help like heal your body of different things with, you know, you put your hand, say, on your knee or something and help, you know, kind of send the energy there, or send energy over whatever you have going on.
Has healing hands. So he should like go to a Reiki to the class. I'll get it from you later.
Yeah, I have to. I can't think of the name of the school right now. And her name is Anne. I can't think of her last name, but she's wonderful, just a wonderful teacher. But also integrated energy therapy is like I think I really connect with that even more. Like that's, you know, but and then also, you know, a lot of these things I was kind of doing before I knew what they were. Right, and so it's like the energy is in you, and trusting what's already there, you know.
Reiki. We've already got healing hands, you know.
Right.
but we call it healing hands.
Yeah.
That's it. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Reiki, that's dope. Like that, I had heard that of it, but I didn't know that that's basically what it is. And then what's the other thing you said?
Integrated energy therapy. Yeah, and but it's also really trusting how,
you help people heal their energy, heal blocked energy.
Yeah. But you know, it's you know, and I just trust what comes to me. So it's like I, you know, kind of do a number of different things. So it's, you know, but I've, you know, worked on, and it's interesting. I'm amazed. Like I got all these like certificates and stuff to really remind me. I'm like, hey, you did that. You did, you know, and I really went.
Used to sing jazz?
Huh?
Never used to sing jazz?
Yes, I'm still, you know, that's my next thing is like, you know, I want to record some stuff. And, you know, and I licensed music for film and television. I hope to have some music on the show. Hint.
Did you tell 50?
I haven't talked to 50 about it yet. Huh?
Closed mouths don't get fed.
That's right. Well, I've been trying to put it. Huh?
Tasha or 50 would be so receptive to that.
Yeah. Well, I'm working on that. So I'm just gonna work on creating for real. Oh, girl. What?
Working on what? What are you working on, Mama?
Writing.
But your stuff is already great. Like I thought you might have wanted to submit something you already had.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, it's just, you know, there's a right time for everything. So everything
show them first that you gonna find out.
Well, one thing, I mean, I'm glad I got through the show and that I'm in 8 episodes and I'm still here.
Like 8 episodes of you being the bulk of the storyline. Was that a difficult task? It sounds hard.
No, well,
like Taraji did about 100 of them. So, you know, where you're the focus, like at Law and Order, Mariska Hargitay, like that's not like even she needed a break at one point. She was like, I need a vacation.
Oh yeah, you need breaks now. Like right about now, I'm due for one because I've been going for the last almost two weeks straight with like press and stuff like that, and from city to city, and you know, just finally getting through this premiere. And on Sunday we go to Detroit, which, you know, and so the whole family, the whole city will be there. I mean, I'm really excited about going there. So the big screening will be there. Yeah.
Like I'm like imagining you in your beautiful dress, and you know
that's gonna be hip. This is like a real like chill kind of crowd audience, so it's like, you know, that's gonna be laid back. It's like a hip hop folk.
Are you wearing jeans?
I might wear jeans on Sunday. I just might.
Okay. No judgments from over
here. Yeah.
Go wear a cute top at least.
Right. It'll be a cute top. Yeah. Okay.
And some cute shoes. You're gonna wear some boots, some cute shoes.
Girl, my feet hurt so much last night. I want to wear. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be real chill and cool on Sunday.
After the premiere, you got dolled up. You got.
Yeah, I mean, I'll still be. You know, I'll get dolled up, but you know, like. You know, last night, you know, there's a lot of people in like jeans and t-shirts and like, you know,
not you.
Right now. No, well, I wasn't in a jean. I wasn't in a t-shirt last night, but I'll be cool.
Empress, you mama, you baby mama. Yes, baby mama.
Yes, man. Yes.
This is you. This is the Queen Dowager in the house, huh?
That's right.
Yes, with your crown. Well, I am giving you permission just in case you think you need it. To show out, enjoy your moment, and it's going to be a lifetime. You know, I just want us actresses to remember. Like, I hear the female rappers like saying shit like, "Yeah, I'm here and I ain't going nowhere." But we actresses sometimes we got a shelf life, and in the back of our mind, we're always like what, I want us, the me and yous that have been here for 25 plus, to feel and recognize, you ain't going nowhere. You got a job. We love you. You got fans that love you. We will support you forever. We will support whatever you do. I just want you to know that from the bottom of my heart and all my folk out there. We'll be watching on Sunday. Thank you, 50. Thank you, Tasha, for seeing my girl. Thank you, friggin' Russell ass. Go, Russell. You better be. See, I think this lash is falling off. But
there, you look beautiful, girl.
Girl, it took all damn day, and it still is a little muted. You look beautiful naturally.
Beautiful.
I love your goddess braids. I love you. I love that I called and you were like, "Yeah, nigga, come on." What? Where?
Yes, ma'am.
And I love that you treat us over here like a real podcast, because we be over here working hard to, be real with it. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think you are so awesome, girl. I was just talking about you earlier today, and your work is always so beautiful. Really, like you are a beast on stage, on film, on television. Everything that you do, you really go in deep in the work, and I appreciate you, and I just love you, and I'm glad you called.
Me too. All right, y'all. I think y'all we love each other. We love y'all. How can we find you, Nicole, on Facebook and all of that good stuff? Y'all better subscribe. I put my big girl panties on because y'all asked me to bring this lady on here, and she came. So my people love you. So how can you find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Michole White, M as in Mary, ICHOLE, White like the color. And then I'm on Facebook, Michole Briana White.
Bree, like Riri.
Okay,
I guess.
Are we friends? Who are you on Instagram? What's your?
I am at PJAI Parker. PJ Parker at PJAI Parker.
Okay.
On Instagram and Twitter, and I'm Paula J Parker on Facebook. So I think that's what we are. Forum is through the Facebook, because we're so janky. We were just like, who's got the most Facebook people? And I was like, I do. So we'll do it off of my channel. So that's why
we're on your Facebook page.
Yes. So we do forum off of my fan page. So we'll send you a link, and then we post it again on Sunday. We'll post it again on YouTube. And so right in time for, we get a lot of people watching. I don't know why they be lying and acting like only 7 of y'all watched, when about at least 15 of y'all called me and said, I'm just playing. They watch. I appreciate you. I love you.
I appreciate you. I love you, girl.
And that's saying a lot. Y'all better tune in and support my girl, support my love. Peace.
And support my girl, support my love right there.